Welcome to Breakthrough Mode, the podcast where we intentionally get into the driver's seat of our lives, shift out of monotony and mediocrity, and step on the gas towards becoming the person we were always meant to become. Hello and welcome to episode 244 on the Breakthrough Mode podcast. This is Monday Morning with Megan. I am, of course, your host, Megan Bauer. Thank you so much for joining me and pushing play on today's episode. Today, I have a quote for you by author Gerald. He said, "You only struggle because you're ready to grow, but aren't willing to let go." And I love how he highlights this so succinctly. Oftentimes when we are ready to grow, we have our focus set on, I want this accomplishment, I want to be this person, I want this point on the finish line, right? Like I want to be there. And once I am there, look at how far I will have come. Look at how much I will have grown. I will have really come a long way. That's where we want to be. We want to be able to look back and see the growth. We want to look back and see how far we've come and what we've done and have that moment of celebration. Of course we do. That's what we want. And sometimes when we're on that journey to get to that point, we don't acknowledge that each step forward requires we leave the previous step behind. We have to let go in order to grow. But when we look at the achievement, when we look at the finish line, when we look at that thing, we don't automatically see what we have to let go to get there. We don't see how it is we need to stop behaving, how it is we need to stop showing up, the habits that we need to drop, the ways of being that we need to shift. We don't automatically see those things. We feel like once we get that get to that external point, then we'll just automatically change. Our habits will be supportive. Our ways of being will be right where they should be. We'll just be right on track because we reached this accomplishment, because we became this person, because we did the thing. But that's not actually how it happens. It happens by you letting go of the habits, building the new ones, starting your new ways of being, showing up in that way in order to reach that accomplishment, in order to reach the goal, in order to be the person. That's how that happens. You don't reach the goal and then become the person. You become the person and then reach the goal. But in order to become the person, you have to let go of who you've been. So that is the struggle. The struggle is that, when they talk about the leap of faith, right? So you leave the ledge that you are on, this identity that you have had, this person that you have been, this way of being, this way of showing up, the things that you own. That's this current ledge that you are on. And when you have something else that you want to achieve, a goal you want to accomplish, a person you want to be, that's another ledge. And then there's that space in between, right? Where you make the leap and you feel a little bit like you're free falling because you're like, great, I'm not that person, but I'm not that person either. So now what? And we don't like the free fall. Some people do, right? But in general, we do not like the free fall. Unfortunately, that's part of it, but it doesn't have to be that scary. Like I shared in the previous episode, the Friday episode, if you haven't listened to that one, it's a great one. Go listen to it. The fear is coming from your focus. If you're focused on what you have left behind, then yes, then it's scary. But if your focus is on where you are going and what you have to gain, then that moment in the air is excitement. That is momentum. That is movement. And you're leaving behind any sort of stagnation. That is the shift. To break out of the struggle, you shift your focus. And what you focus on is going to largely be indicated by how you're feeling. So if you're feeling like crap, know that your focus needs shifting. And then shift your focus. That's what I have for you today. I hope you go off on this week. Let go of the struggle by letting go so that you can grow. I totally love you. Bye for now.